Yo, welcome back to a stiff receipt. So, this is gonna be like a short update video on Fight Forever review that I did and the game in general. There was a couple things I wanted to talk about and something that is not good. So the first thing I want to mention, I did finally get a chance to play through Road to Elite. Road to Elite is okay. It's been okay for the most part. It's really goofy and like dumb, but it's fun. Like it's a cool thing. It doesn't look like there is a whole lot of replayability with it. It looks like there's 4 sections and each section has the possibility of having 3 different stories. So not a whole lot of time can be put into it. And I think the most disappointing thing about the whole thing, outside of the Big Show and Brody Lee, there is pretty much no unlockables in Road to Elite at all. Really, I was hoping and holding out that that's where a lot of the creative wrestler stuff might be, or some stuff like that. There is nothing. From what I can tell, as at least at this moment, Brody Lee, Paul White, and like a handful of t-shirts based on what city you're in are the only unlockables that you can get from Road to Elite. Pretty big disappointment there. And the second thing I want to bring up, so everybody had the opportunity to pre-order the game, and the only one that was left out of pre-orders was PC for some reason. They never stated why. They never even acknowledged it. Like, they just, I don't know. It's like they just pretended like it didn't exist. So like the Steam page has been up for a while. There's been no pre-orders. They've not had the season pass, any of the DLC options or anything. If you pre-ordered the game, you got Matt Hardy for free. Now, that was a weird decision in itself because Matt Hardy should have very obviously been just in the game by default. It seems to me that he was plucked out of the game and then thrown an extra attire on him so that they could package him as some kind of pre-order bonus, because they already had Jeff Hardy in the game, but not Matt Hardy. So it's like, oh, well, if we just pull him out and we throw him in as a pre-order DLC, then more people, you know, jump in and buy it and pre-order so they can have the Hardys in game. That's what that felt like to me. So I was like, whatever. I'm sure when the PC version rolls around, they'll probably just day one, anybody who buys it, get it for free. Well, PC version rolls around. Pre-orders never happened. It comes out and the Matt Hardy DLC is $5. You have to actually buy the game and you have to buy the Matt Hardy DLC, all because THQ never opened up pre-orders on PC. You know, that is just really not a good look. I think that is really shit, and it is, it seems to me like this could very well be a glimpse of the kind of crap that we're gonna have to deal with in the future. And this is exactly what I brought up in the end part of my video review, with concerns about what they would be doing to monetize the game in the long run. And let me tell you, this ain't it. This ain't it at all. I get that the Steam version of the game is slightly discounted right now, as well as the Elite version. But thing about that is that literally a lot of games have that, like, oh, the game is new, here's a 5% discount or whatever. That's a very normal thing, and I can guarantee you without a doubt they had already planned on doing that before they even decided to take Matt Hardy out of the game and make him a pre-order bonus. So this whole thing has rubbed me the wrong way, like pretty bad. Like, you know, it's $5. It's not the end of the world by any means, but I do not think this is a good look, and I do not think this is a promising, good, you know, view of the future if we're gonna get crap like this happening. On top of that, so if the Elite Edition is $20 extra to the game, on Steam it is actually discounted another 10, so it's actually 70. So it seems to be that's the, if you want the Elite Edition, that's the best place to get it, I guess. So they finally threw the other DLC packs in there. FTR, who again should have been in the game by default, is $12 by themselves. And I'm not quite sure how we justify that. We got Matt Hardy with 2 tires over here for $5, who should have been free because he was a pre-order bonus, should have been in the game. And then we got FTR, who's $12 for 1 attire each. So we got an extra dollar per character. And what is that? Like, are we just trying to justify the mini games as like this great bonus? I don't know about that. Don't know about that. This is what it feels like to me, because if you've played the game, you've obviously noticed that pretty much most every character and attire and all of that is extremely outdated. Like, this is usually something that you deal with in these wrestling games. Like, by the time the game comes out, everything's usually like, you know, a year behind. That's just how it is. This game is probably 2 years, and in some case, maybe even more. Like, some of these characters you can tell were made way early in the development, and there's some that you can tell definitely were made towards the end. And if you look at the timeline of everything, right? You got Matt Hardy, who's been around AEW for freaking ever. Jeff he's a fairly new addition, right? Jeff was in the game, Matt wasn't in the game, so why was he not in the game and made a pre-order bonus? It seems pretty fucking clear that they obviously took him out to package him as a DLC so that you could have the Hardys as a tag team. Because all of these tag teams, like that are up-to-date tag teams that you would want to play as, a lot of them are not in the game at all. And that brings me over to FTR. FTR, again, they have been in AEW for years now. And they're not in the game by default. You know, it's one thing to be like, all right, well, we're going to have a season pass that we're going to announce what the characters, and we're going to work on them, and they'll be thrown out across over the months. But FTR, conveniently, is day one. The game comes out, FTR is available. Like, of course they planned it that way, because they knew that those characters obviously should have been in the game from the get-go, and then everybody would shell out the extra money right off the bat to pick them up. I hate it. It's just shit. It's not good. And then on top of all that, the separate price for the season pass, if you don't buy the Elite Edition, is $30. And look, I'm sorry, this game is a lot of fun. I've put probably 20 hours or so into this game so far since I've gotten the key for it. I've had so much fun. It has been a blast to play. But there is no reality where 6 characters is worth freaking a $30 DLC pack. It just ain't. It ain't it. That's crazy. And that's the thing, right? The season pass doesn't even include Matt Hardy, because Matt Hardy was supposed to be a freaking pre-order bonus. So if you bought the game separately, or bought the season pass separately for some reason, you'd have to spend $30 to get FTR and the other DLC packs. Then another $5 to get Matt Hardy. You'd be spending $35 on all this DLC day one. It's crazy. And I said this all plays into the fact that this DLC, like, has been planned for so long. Like, these characters are all done. And, like, obviously, because FTR is literally available day one DLC. That's just crazy. And then you got the other 2 character packs, which I did learn that they are being released over the next, like, few months or whatever. But, like, you know damn well that those characters have been done for months and months. All right, well, I think I've ranted enough. And if you guys are anything like the audience on Twitter, when I replied to a simple post about if the DLC was going to be free, I imagine I'm going to get flamed in the comments about this. But it's shitty. Like, it is what it is. It's shitty. And as I said, I love the game. I've enjoyed the shit out of the game. It's been great. I will more than likely play it even today after I get done with this video. I'll probably hop online and play more matches. But that's not the point. Like, this is not good business practices, and this is not good for the future of what to expect from the game if they're gonna run things like this and do shitty things like that. So that's me. That's my opinion. That's the way I'm looking at this. Maybe you're not looking at it the same way, but yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you're not subscribed yet, you should definitely do so. Like the video, check out all the socials in the link below, or description below. And I will see you guys next time. Peace out. Take it easy. Have a good one.